Now, there's so much uncertainty in the air as so many people are beginning to get involved in this issue of Naomi's detention in police custody, courtesy of the Nigerian police, who feel that she is responsible for the stampede that caused the death of 35 young people. Hello, everyone, and welcome to DMZ TV. Now, it is no more news that Naomi is in detention. Yeah, it is no more news. But what is news now is the fact that so many people are beginning to get interested and get attention to how Naomi needs to be released with a lot of evidence that shows that she is not guilty. The other time we brought you news that Femi Branch, who is actually a top Nollywood star, got involved in this matter. Also, Kenneth Okonkwo, who is a legal practitioner and a legendary Nollywood filmmaker, also got involved in the matter. And Pastor Jerry Eze, who happens to be Naomi's spiritual godfather, has also activated all the other men of faith to come and gather and see how they can release Naomi from detention. But the one that came up this morning that makes a whole of logical sense, because a lot of persons have actually been expecting to hear what she's going to say, is actually from Mommy Esther Ajayi, who has actually gotten herself involved in this brouhaha. Everybody was like, is she really going to get involved? Is she really going to get involved? Finally, she has gotten involved as she carried a powerful delegation to the palace to talk with Ooni to see how they can make sure that Naomi does not spend one single night again in detention. Now, Esther Ajayi has been very, very angry with the Ooni. Yes, she is terribly angry with the Ooni that the Ooni is supposed to protect the wife. Ooni is supposed to protect the wife. Now, it was really amazing when Ooni was now like, okay, but she's no more married to me. She's no more married to me. Then Esther Ajayi now went back to say, but have you forgotten that she is the mother of your son? She is the mother of your son, who happens to be the first heir apparent of the palace. That with the fact that this boy is heir apparent to the palace, he is actually supposed to have all the privileges accrued to him. That nothing of such is supposed to affect him, nothing of such is supposed to make him lay back. That only of all people should know that Naomi will not intentionally want to bring harm on anyone, except the Ooni is hiding something. Once Reverend Esther Ajayi mentioned that one, Ooni now kept quiet. Ooni kept quiet for some seconds. He didn't know what to say because it's as if they've gotten him by the juggles. Now, before you know it, Ooni now started stammering. Actually, you see. Esther Ajayi now said, no, please, let us cut this crap. And I've respected you enough. What has this woman done to you? Because from the look of things, it's as if there's a personal vendetta somewhere. Yes, there's a personal vendetta somewhere. Someone out there is actually trying to do everything humanly possible that Naomi is being punished. Now, when you want to say being punished now, what is she being punished for? What has been her crime? What is exactly her crime? The fact that she didn't want to marry the Ooni again, is that one good enough for her now to suffer what she knows nothing about? Esther Ajayi told Ooni that, see, let me tell you, if you do not do anything, I'm not going to leave this house today. You must do something. After a lot of persuasion, Ooni now said, okay, no problem. He cannot come himself. Esther Ajayi said, never. That the Ooni must follow her right now to Ibadan. Before you know it, Ooni now got angry. How can Esther Ajayi be commanding him of what to do? That he's a man of his own authority. That please, 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 Esther Ajayi should know that all that her power stops in her church. She should not carry all that her power and near him because he is a man of authority. He has people who control him. That if Esther Ajayi does not take care, he will even make sure he does not step foot in the palace again. At that point, Esther Ajayi just now smiled and said, see, Ooni, let me tell you, it's not as if I am scared of you. It's not as if I'm afraid of you. I'm just doing what is good for you. Before you know it, Esther Ajayi told Ooni, hope you know you have daughters too. Hope you know you have daughters. If you're doing this to someone's daughter, Have you been able to imagine what someone else is going to do to your own daughter? Immediately Esther Ajayi mentioned that one, Ooni became sober. Ooni became very, very sober, because the only thing that was now flashing in Ooni's head was Princess Adiola, Princess Adiola, Princess Adiola. It was just flashing, 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 going round and round and round. At that point, Ooni now said, okay, no problem. Go, I'll do something. Esther Ajayi refused to leave. He said, no, just don't worry, just go, I'll do something. So Esther Ajayi reluctantly now left the palace. When she now left the palace, Ooni now called his chief media aide. And now, okay, media aid. What do you think? What do you make out of this coming of Esther Ajayi? The media aid was now very, very careful. Media aid now see that what he sees here now is that um Esther Ajayi wants to score some media points, that everybody is actually looking for opportunity to say what the Ooni did or what the Ooni didn't do. Yes, that for him, what they should be doing now is actually damage control. That Ooni is actually supposed to be at the forefront of making sure that this matter dies a natural death. So if the Ooni, who is supposed to activate the peace in the palace, now refuses to activate the peace in the palace, then it calls for worry. Now what people are just looking for now is just trying to give a dog a bad name just because the dog needs to be hanged. Immediately media aid said that one, Ooni now got furious. Now what are you trying to say? He said, no, 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 no. That's not what I mean. That it's not as if I'm calling you a dog, but it's just that it's an idiomatic expression. It's an idiomatic expression because right now people want to hear or see what you're going to do, and if nothing is done, they'll definitely want to relate it to you that you're actually a weakling. You are supposed to protect your wife, even if she's no more your wife. The fact that she gave birth to your son, she needs protection. Ooni now said, okay, no problem. At this point now, he's actually going to activate his powers. He's going to activate his all his contacts to make sure that Naomi is released from detention. That since it is now beginning to give him a negative impression, the vibe is beginning to be very negative. Because right now, nobody seems to understand exactly what's happening. Because the way it is right now, the only just needs to exonerate himself and remain the good man that he has always been. No, the way this thing works, most of the times you will not know that people are just out there trying to see you fail. People just want to make sure that you fail. People just want to make sure that you do not succeed. So do not give them the responsibility. Do not give them the opportunity to feel that you're a weakling. This is actually what the Ooni, the media aid now advised the Ooni. So the Ooni now decided that, okay, as a matter of fact, he's actually going to take instructions from the Ooni and do the needful so that Naomi will be released. I think this is a very good one for the Ooni of Ife, and we pray and we wish that very, very soon Naomi will be released and rejoined to her family again.